Right, it's slightly different from ones. Right, shall we start? Right, Crieff, Common Good Fund. First of all, I'd like to welcome you all along, in particular Ward Councillors Brock and McCall, and also Councillor Lyle and Councillor Barrett. First of all, are there any declarations of interest? There being none, then we move to the minutes of the last Common Good Fund Committee on the 25th of April this year. Could I ask, first of all, are there any factual amendments, anything untoward with the minutes? There being none, then we move on to matters arising. I have one matter arising, but I think there may be one other. Could I hear? Is there any matters arising? All right, okay, I think then it's going to come a little bit further on. Could I just point out, under section 232, the advisory non-voting member, I know Committee Services has been in touch with Crieff Community Council on a couple of occasions. They've not heard back. We've also had mentioned to members of the council on a verbal basis. However, I decided I'd send on the papers last Thursday. They've got a meeting of the Community Council on Monday night, so hopefully they'll put that on their agenda. I did point out that these meetings usually only take 10 to 15 minutes, but it gives them the right to either come along or at least to be formally consulted. So I hope people agree with that. Right, being no further matters arising, we move on to applications for financial assistance. Oh yeah, right. Just here? Okay. Oh. What's the date today? Right, we have 3 applications in. I would point out that last year we in fact paid out only £800, and that was £200 to Crieff Choral Group, £600 to Crieff and Leaf. The current year there has been no payment made yet, and we have the potential for 2 further Common Good Fund meetings before the end of the year. Because of the slight underspend last year of £800, I think I mentioned at the last meeting we could probably go up to £1,200 without eating into and eroding the capital sum. However, with the 3 applications here, we've got in total applications for 3,400, and quite clearly we can't fund all of these in full. I'd also point out there are other funding sources. It's not applicable to Community Investment Fund because applications there start at 3,000, but there is the 2,500 which hasn't been eaten into yet at all. That's been allocated by the partnership to Crieff Community Council, and hopefully that's again something that can be discussed on Monday night. Anyway, the 3 applications are Crieff and Leaf, again, Perth Kinross District Scout Council, and also the McCrosty Park Junior Park Run. Could I hear comments from the other two ward councillors?
If it's okay with you, Convener, could we take these as separate items 1, 2 and 3 and start with Crieff and Leaf initially? Would that be acceptable?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. My comments regarding Crieff and Leaf, first of all, can I have some clarity on the retrospective applications? As we know, the leafy coups are in situ now. They have been for a while. We've got the grand unveiling, in effect, happening on Saturday, which will be great. I'm just a little bit unsure of the situation regarding a retrospect application. Would this not then apply to this specific application for funds, as they're in situ, but they're still looking for funding? So could I have some clarity on that, please?
Right. Could I ask Mr. Stoker, I think?
So the Crieff and Leaf Association applied before the leafy coups were put in place, so they could still technically apply, but it would now be a shortfall that they're looking for funding for.
Thank you. That's helpful. My opinion on this particular application is that Crieff and Leaf have managed to get a reasonable sum of money over the years from the Common Good Fund. And as much as I stand behind everything that they're doing, and I think they're an amazing group in Crieff, I'm slightly concerned at looking at another application coming forward, since they've already had money for this particular project. And we do have other options in front of us, and as you have said, Convener, we don't have the funds to be able to support all three proposals in their entirety. So my real point of this is, as much as I think that Crieff and Leaf do an amazing job, I really think we should be looking at saying no to this particular application, as they have already had money from the Common Good for this particular, for the Leafy Coos.
Any other comments?
Yeah, Convener, I'm also seeking clarification on the agenda note that we got sent and the agreement that was reached in 2018 in June for the piece of land that the Leafy Coos are sitting on. Was that any financial benefit to us, that land, or did it not come into its Common Good land, and we handed that over in June, at the June meeting? We had an agreement.
Mr. Stoker, too.
We don't know. We can check that out for the committee.
I just wondered if we had any funding from that previous to handing over the land, and if we did, what, you know.
So is that a kind of payment in kind, if you like?
So it was just to get a kind of an idea, just what, you know, what we actually, if it was any value to us at the time.
We'll check that out and I'll get back to you on that.
Thank you.
Can I just say on that, what happened in June was a bit rushed. I'm not quite sure of the reasons why at the time, but we certainly moved as quickly as we could on that so that they could get approval to go ahead. I have asked committee services, but I may need to go into legal. I'd like to know with the Common Good Fund just what all the assets are. There's obviously the fishing rights in the Erne. There is the piece of land, obviously, at Burrell Square. There's also at the corner of Duckledge Road and Potenzie Street. So I'd like to know if there's any other nooks and crannies that the Common Good Fund has that we could, you know, help to build up the fund. But let us see on that one. I'll try and find out more. Can I take it, Councillor Brock, that you are in agreement with Councillor McCall that we don't proceed with this application? I agree with that as well. I think that's unanimous. You know, it's obviously, we really so much commend what they've done, and I think Saturday's event with the unveiling of the Coos and with the Provost there, I think will be a great moment. So it's no mark of disrespect to Crieff and Leaf. It's just we do have competing applications here, and I think it's we might want to look at one or two new possibilities as well to help seed fund those activities. So unfortunately we've had to say no on Crieff and Leaf. Point 2 is on the Scout Council. That's an application for £400 for 2 scouts from Crieff area to go to World Jamboree Festival in West Virginia.
Thank you, Convener. I'm going first today. It seems to be. My opinion of this, I get an impression that they're looking for just 2. It's Perth and Kinross District Scouts. I think Scouts and all that do a fantastic job. I have no concerns at all by putting forward the £400 to give them the grant towards doing that. These events for young people, I think, are very important. It's amazing that Scouts and Brownies and Guides, it's a very secure way of them getting a lot of experiences, and based on the information I have no problem with them getting the £400.
Thank you very much. Convener, just on this, this item has come up at several other Common Good Funds, and the consistent approach has been to offer them £150 per scout to date. So I would move that just for the view of consistency, that we allocate them £300 for the 2 individuals who are going.
Yes, I had heard that there had been applications to other funds, so that's helpful.
I would thank you, Convener, and thank you, Councillor Lau. I was not aware of that, but that makes a lot of sense. And if that is what has been going through the common goods today, I think it makes a lot of sense. So I would happily amend that from 400 to 300.
Yeah, I just heard earlier, about half an hour ago with Kinross, that application that there is, and I think it's for a higher amount. Councillor Brock? Okay, right, we're agreed. £300 would be the sum. Right, finally, McCrosty Junior Park Run. I know they were allocated £1,500 in the participatory budgeting event on Saturday. They've made an application for for £2,000. Could I have any comments from my fellow councillors?
Here we go again. Yeah, the McCrosty Junior Park Run. From my understanding of these, the park runs, is they have a tendency to feed off each other, which would be an added benefit to Crieff, in my opinion. It's the sort of event where if you normally go to the park run in Perth or in Stirling or wherever, you could actively promote another park run, and many people travel to go to them. I like the fact that this is a junior one. I think it's really important. I think it helps to put McCrosty Park on the map in a different way. So I'm very supportive of the application in general, but £2,000 is not within our gift. And I was wondering what the people would think of about £500 just towards, especially considering that they've already received 1,500 through the PB event.
Councillor Brock?
Yeah, I'm content to go with that. I just feel it is a worthy cause, you know, it gets the youth ones out, and you know, it gets them back into the area again, you know, so I'm quite happy and I feel it'll be well run.
Right, I think we're getting... Councillor Barrett?
Thanks, Convener. I just wanted to ask, is there an adult or all ages park run ongoing at McCrosty Park at the moment? And do they not have a defibrillator, or is it a case of that there isn't a park run happening at the moment?
I don't think there is a formalised park run.
The park runs at the moment, Perth City and Kinross. I think it's just got one up and running as well in the last couple of months. But they're the only ones in Perth and Kinross.
Okay, we agreed. £500. I think it meets all the kind of council's lifestyle criteria, you name it. I think it is a good project, especially involving younger people. So we agreed, Matt? Yes? Yeah.
Agreed.
So that takes us to allocation of £800, which is the amount we paid out last year. That still leaves us with maybe £500 for the next two Common Good Fund meetings. But if we go beyond that, then we would start to eat into the capital. Right. Finally, on the financial statement, could I ask Mr. Stoko to... Oh, right, okay, sorry, my apologies.
Okay, thanks, Convener. Yeah, this report just provides an update on where we finished up for 17-18 and details income and expenditure to the 31st of August so far this year and the projected outturn to the 31st of March 19. In terms of the closure of the 17-18 accounts, the surplus for the year was actually £1,000 and £1,035, and the revenue account balance is £9,876. So that gets carried forward to your opening position for 18-19. So when setting the budget this year, the committee chose to set a surplus for £600, which would then take you to a closing balance on the 31st of March 19 of £10,476. So the decisions taken today don't impact on any of the projected outturns, so remain within budget.
Do we have any comments? Right, thank you, and we agree the statement. And is there any other business? No. Right. Yeah, I would just point out there's one other thing, and that was, yeah, this is the position with, we've really kind of discussed this already. All right, right. Just to put on the record then, we did receive from committee services the note to you, it was emailed to yourselves, and that was about the position with Crieff and Leaf in terms of Borough Square, and that the land was bought by the Old Borough Council prior to May 75. So it is a common good asset. And it was agreed, that was back in June, you will all recall, to give Crieff and Leaf a 10-year licence to occupy so that the sculptures can be erected and maintained by Crieff and Leaf, as well as the flower beds, and heads of terms were agreed. And I think that's all I really need to say on that, but just it puts it on the record. Okay. Right, I close this meeting. Thank you.